I'm not a hero. I just wanted to live. And the price of that choice was heavier than I ever imagined. March 2010. A night I'll never forget. I was on duty at the Western Fleet Operations Room. Lee DeYoung, 35 years old. Naval Operations Officer. Graduated top of my class from the Naval Academy. A life dedicated to loyalty and the party. That night, 11:47 p.m. A frantic voice burst through the radio. Operations room. Target confirmed. Presumed Southern Naval vessel. My heart pounded. Commander Choi shouted urgently. Prepare to attack. Torpedo standby. Commander, we need confirmation. I yelled, but it was already too late. Fire. Seconds later, a flash lit up the horizon. Then, the explosion. The sea turned red. Or maybe it only looked that way to me. Hit confirmed. Target hit. The radio operator's trembling voice. The operations room fell into silence. Commander Choi's face went white. He picked up the receiver and reported to someone. 30 minutes later, urgent orders came from Pyongyang. Delete all records. Isolate all personnel involved. That night never happened. That's when I knew we had done something irreversible. The next morning, Investigator Kong appeared. Security agency. Cold eyes scanning us. Comrades, submit the list of last night's duty personnel. His voice was mechanical, emotionless. Here it is. Commander Choi handed over the documents with shaking hands. Good. Everyone on this list will undergo isolation investigation. Isolation? What did we do wrong? A senior officer protested. Investigator Kong stared at him coldly. No questions. Follow orders. We were moved to a separate building on the base. Completely cut off from the outside. No phones, no letters, nothing. A week passed. Then, my colleagues started disappearing one by one. First, Lieutenant Park. Where did Comrade Park go? He went for re-education. Kang's answer. But Park never came back. A week later, Sergeant Kim. A month later, Corporal Lee. They were all taken away for re-education and never seen again. Every night, I had nightmares. Faces reaching out from the cold sea. Their final screams. And the order I failed to stop. One night, helmsman Oh Jun-ho slipped me a small note. Officer Comrade, this. The note read, "You're next. Be careful." I don't know who wrote it. But in that moment, I was certain I'd soon disappear for re-education, too. Comrade Oh, you have family, right? Yes, a wife and daughter. Do you want to live? Jun-ho looked straight into my eyes. What are you saying? Can you trust me? He hesitated for a long time, then nodded. From that night, we planned. Volunteer for patrol boat escort duty, get out to sea. And then, head south. 2 weeks later, the opportunity came. Officer Lee, you're assigned to supply escort duty tomorrow at dawn. Commander Choi's order. I answered calmly. Understood, Commander. 4 a.m. I boarded patrol boat Songchong. 7 crew members total. Me, Jun-ho, and 5 sailors. Prepare to depart. The engine roared. The Black Sea stretched out before us, ready to swallow us whole. About an hour into the voyage, I signaled Jun-ho. Comrade Oh, turn the course 15 degrees south. What? Now? Jun-ho turned the wheel with trembling hands. The boat slowly changed direction. Officer Comrade, what are you doing? A sailor shouted. I pulled out my pistol. Stay quiet. Nobody wants to get hurt. Are you insane? Do you know what will happen to our families? Another sailor sobbed. Yes, I know. Choose. Stay here and die for sure, or take a chance at living. Silence. Then one by one, they nodded. Everyone knew. We were already dead men either way. 30 minutes later, pursuit boat lights appeared behind us. Officer Comrade, pursuit boat, maximum speed. The sea thrashed violently. The distance closed. Warning, stop immediately. We will fire if you don't stop. A voice through the loudspeaker. A voice I knew. Lieutenant Kim, my classmate. Sorry, Comrade Kim, I muttered. First warning shot. Water splashed beside our boat. Officer Comrade, We're all going to die. Just a little more. Just a little. Second shot. This one grazed our stern. The boat shook violently. Then, a faint light appeared beyond the horizon. Southern patrol vessel. There. Over there. Jun-ho shouted. The pursuit boat stopped. They spotted the southern vessel. Any further chase could mean engagement. We raced toward the southern vessel at full speed. Hands raised, waving white flags. The moment I stepped onto the southern vessel, my legs gave out. I collapsed on the deck. We request protection. We are. Words stuck in my throat. Armed southern soldiers surrounded us. Hands up. On your knees. We obeyed. Handcuffs clicked on. We came seeking freedom, but the first moment felt like being treated as criminals. The vessel took us to a southern port. From there, we were loaded into a black van and transferred somewhere. Underground interrogation room. Cold concrete walls. Fluorescent lights flickering. Lee De-yun, right? Team leader Han from the Southern Naval Intelligence Agency. A man in his mid-40s. Sharp eyes. Yes. Why did you come? To survive. Is that all? I hesitated for a long time. Then spoke. I want to tell what I know. About what? That night in March. What happened at sea? Team leader Han's expression changed subtly. Continue. I told him everything. The orders in the operations room. The explosion. The cover-up directives afterward. The disappeared colleagues. Evidence? Only my memory. All records were deleted. Memory alone isn't enough. I know. But it's the truth. Team leader Han sighed deeply. All right. You'll stay in a protection facility while we verify. And your companions, especially Oh Jun-ho's family. They're still in the north, right? My heart sank. Yes, they're already in danger. From the moment you made your choice. I couldn't say anything. Jun-ho was probably hearing the same thing in another room. About what happened to his family. 6 months passed. We stayed in a southern protection facility. Endless investigations and verification. Repeated questions. One day, Jun-ho came to my room. His face was pale. Officer Comrade. Comrade Oh. My wife and daughter. They were sent to a camp. His voice trembled. I'm sorry. Sorry? Sorry? Jun-ho screamed. Tears welled in his eyes. Because of you, my family. My little daughter. I couldn't lift my head. Yes, because of my choice. I sacrificed them to save myself. Comrade, do you regret it? Crossing over? After a long pause, Jun-ho asked quietly. Every day. But I can't go back. We're already dead men. Everywhere. Jun-ho smiled bitterly. A week later, Jun-ho slit his wrists. Fortunately, he was found quickly and survived. But his eyes were already dead. Every night, I dream. The Red Sea. The explosion. Faces in the cold water. Jun-ho's family left behind. And Lieutenant Kim on the pursuit boat who might have died because of me. Team leader Han told me one day. Lee De-yun, your testimony is difficult to verify. No physical evidence. I know. Still, we'll protect you. You and your companions. New identity, new name. What's the price? Sometimes, when we need it. Tell us what you know. About Northern Naval Operations. I nodded. There was no choice. I couldn't go back or stop. Now I live in a small southern city. New name. Working as an ordinary office worker. Nobody knows my past. But every night, I dream of that sea. The red horizon. The explosion. And the cold faces. I'm not a hero. Not a brave person who exposed the truth. Just a coward who ran away to survive. Jun-ho is still in a psychiatric hospital. Taking medication. Enduring each day. Sometimes I think, what if I had refused that order that night? Or accepted re-education and kept silent? But in the end, I'm alive. Breathing. Whether that was the right choice, I don't know. But this is the life I chose. The price of freedom was heavier than I thought. The weight of speaking truth, too. But I'm still here, living day by day, carrying guilt and regret. This is a fictional reconstruction. No events are claimed as fact. But somewhere in the world, there are people facing choices like this. The weight they carry, we can only imagine. What would you have done? Between loyalty and truth, between death and betrayal, I still don't know the answer.